My name is David Oxtoby. I'm the president of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the House of the Academy for this very special occasion. First, I want to extend my congratulations to Tracy Palandjian and Karen Anderson on the launch of the Social Finance Institute, an initiative with a mission that closely aligns with that of the Academy, building bridges across sectors among disciplines between research and practice to advance the public good. I also want to thank you for choosing the House of the Academy as the venue for today's event. We're honored to count Tracy as a member of the Academy elected in 2022. Tracy has also agreed to join one of the Academy's major new public policy commissions, the Commission on Opportunities After High School. Tracy, thank you for your membership and for your service at the Academy. I also want to acknowledge three other Academy members who appear on the agenda today, Raj Chetty, Don Graham, and Deval Patrick. Raj, Don, and Deval, it's a pleasure to welcome you back to the House of the Academy. The building you are in today was designed by Coleman McKinnell and Wood architects to be what was envisioned as a house of the mind. We've been here in Norton's Woods since 1981, but the story of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences goes back much further. We were founded in 1780 by John Adams, James Bowdoin, John Hancock, and other leaders who helped to establish the United States. In the midst of the American Revolution, they believed that the key to America's long-term strength and survival was, in the words of our charter, to cultivate every art and science which may tend to advance the interest, honor, dignity, and happiness of a free, independent, and virtuous people. Today, 244 years later, the Academy continues to pursue that mission as both an honorary society and independent policy research center. Each year, the Academy elects a new class of members from a wide array of disciplines and convenes its members to participate in events, contribute to publications, including our open access quarterly journal, Daedalus, and work together on public policy projects and commissions. I mentioned one of these projects earlier, the Commission on Opportunities After High School. Another recent project of particular interest to this convening is the Commission on Reimagining Our Economy, which released its final report and recommendations last fall, along with a companion photojournal and new comprehensive data dashboard of American well-being. If you're interested in this project or in any other Academy activities, I would be pleased to speak with you throughout the afternoon. Please also feel free to explore the exhibits in the Academy's atrium, including the letters on display from Academy members throughout history. At the dedication of this building in May 1981, Academy member Edwin Land offered the following aspiration. I like to imagine that here at the point where I stand, we will all take our turn during the coming years to explore, in a way we cannot explore in our classes, our books, or professional societies, these delightful domains of new insight, which must be approached with a combination of lightheartedness and fascination, in the way that children search out a trail through heavy woodlands, laughing as they run, frightened as they go, excited about a trip to unknown territory. I'm so pleased that today marks another occasion where that aspiration will be fulfilled within these walls. Welcome again to the Academy, and congratulations again on the launch of the Social Finance Institute. Thank you.
You heard David. We could not have picked a more appropriate spot to launch the Social Finance Institute. I think as you were walking in, I hope that you enjoyed the letters on the wall, whether it was George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, Nelson Mandela. And one of the letters, actually the one from George Washington from 1781, talked about the importance of the arts and sciences in contributing to the prosperity of the state and the happiness of human life. That was 250 years ago, and these words still ring true. Clearly a far cry from 250 years, but social finance recently celebrated our 13th birthday, 13 years. And over the last 13 years, our existence has been to improve human life. And specifically, we seek to measurably improve the lives of those who've been left behind. How do we do this? We build partnerships and investments that are really about outcomes at the center. So whether it's helping low-income mothers and their babies have better health outcomes, or helping workers get the skills to participate in the economy, whether it's green jobs, IT, and healthcare, to achieve life-changing wage gains. Our North Star has always been about mobilizing and getting more resources, whether it's public resources, private, philanthropic, toward measurable impact. And how do we do that? We do that in 3 ways, and kind of 3 ideas really stand out in the work that we do across our 130 colleagues, across 5 US offices. 1, we're focused on outcomes. We think very hard about how we define outcomes, how we measure, price, and manage for those outcomes. 2, we build mutually accountable cross-sector partnerships to realign incentives so that we can actually get those outcomes. And then finally, we apply the right kind of capital with the right business model to the right problem so that we can really achieve change at scale. So today, we are about having a new chapter at social finance with the launch of the Social Finance Institute. But this day has been years in the making. I remember our board, and many of our board members are here, asking the important question several years ago, interrogating our theory of change and really challenging us and our ambition to reach impact at a much greater scale. And yes, we're very proud of the work that we had done in the last 13 years. You know, in fact, we've measurably improved the lives of tens and thousands of people, 1 project at a time, 1 fund at a time. And the question became, how could we leverage our practitioner experience and those of others to mainstream these approaches so that it can be in the bloodstream, so that more people can think about these approaches and act on them together. So the Institute's going to do 3 things, and we're going to talk about them later today. 1 is developing and disseminating rigorous applied research. 2, convening communities of practice. And 3, engaging and educating policymakers. But we're not a traditional think tank. My grandmother, my Chinese grandmother, used to say, talk doesn't cook rice. So we are doing rigorous research to compel action. We're convening communities of practice so that people can, these learning cohorts can learn and execute together. And we're going to educate policymakers so that we can help shape government programs so that they can be more efficient and more effective. And this work really started last fall. I found the needle in the haystack. We were so excited to bring on Karen Anderson to lead the Institute right after Labor Day of last year. Karen brings over 3 decades of policy expertise to this role. Karen is a veteran of 2 White Houses, most recently as the Chief of Staff to Obama's Council on Economic Advisors. And then she's also launched 2 platforms, the Hamilton Institute at Brookings and the Becker-Friedman Institute for Economics at the University of Chicago. So I really cannot find a better partner in Karen, and literally a woman of action, and that's going to be a theme of today to lead this work. So before I pass it on to Karen, I just really want to quickly acknowledge our supporters. Your encouragement, your support, your wisdom has really made this vision a reality, and your participation has meant so much. So thank you. On to you, Karen.
Thank you, Tracy. It's really been an amazing opportunity over the last 6 months to work with you and others here to help build and launch the Social Finance Institute. We have an amazing opportunity to do something very unique and special with this institute, and we have a very aggressive agenda. We want to advance economic mobility by building bridges among policymakers, researchers, practitioners, and other stakeholders to deliver positive results for people and communities. As Tracy mentioned, we're going to do this in 3 ways. 1 is actionable research and insights about outcomes-based solutions and impact-first investments. We want to find our area of comparative advantage and lean in very heavily on that. 2 is building and supporting those communities of practice with key stakeholders. And 3, and this is where we're really trying to develop some heft, advancing a targeted policy agenda through engagement with practitioners, researchers, policymakers to develop and publicize actionable policy recommendations to catalyze change at scale. And that's going to be a real focus for us, at least in our first year as we gear up. The Institute is new, but we've already brought on board some talented team members, and I want to take a moment to acknowledge 2 of our team members here today. Just a few weeks ago, we brought on our new head of policy, David Sokolow. David has 3 decades of public service experience dedicated to building effective and affordable career pathways and post-secondary skills training. He most recently served in senior roles in the administrations of 4 governors in his home state of New Jersey, including the State Labor Department that he led for 4 years, and most recently serving for more than 6 years as the head of the state's post-secondary student assistance agency. And we are beyond excited to have him as part of our team, leading our policy work. We also want to recognize Meg Massey, who joined in January or February. She is our Associate Director of Policy and Communications. She brings incredible skills to our organization, and she has also played a key role in making today's program a success.